Oh, hello. Welcome to our final week of the Chicago Fantasy Football's Commissioner's Notepad. Well, it's championship time here, and we have, a good game. We have Camel Jockeys, again, against One Nut. Very competitive game. First off, I'd like to thank everybody for a great season. It wouldn't be the best fantasy football league without your guys' participation and chatter. I feel like everybody had a good season. Everybody was involved on the message boards. Overall, just a wonderful, wonderful season. And it's going to come to a great culmination this Sunday. With that being said, let's take a look at this weekend's matchup. We have One Nut, who's never been to a championship before, against Air, who's making his fourth appearance in the championship. And he's got 3 championships underneath his belt. Let me take a look here. This actually will be Camel Jockey's 5th appearance in the championship game. They have 3 championships and 1 second place finish. Let's take a look at the game. At quarterback, we have Tom Brady for One Nut and Cam Newton for Camel Jockeys. Edge, slightly to Cam Newton, but it's a coin flip. Either one of those two can go off and have a great game. At running back, Adrian Peterson and Alfred Morris for Camel Jockeys. For One Nut, we have Noshan Moreno, Stephen Ridley, or Frank Gore. Edge, I think, strongly goes to Camel Jockeys. Adrian Peterson's going for the rushing title and has been going strong for the past several weeks and pretty much all season. And a nice surprise with Alfred Morris. The nod at running back goes to Camel Jockeys. At receiver, we have Denarius Thomas, Marcus Colston, and Cecil Shorts for Camel Jockeys. For One Nut, we have Calvin Johnson, Mike Wallace, and AJ Green. Edge strongly goes to One Nut. That has been their biggest asset throughout this season, their receiving corps, and I don't expect anything different for the championship. Edge strongly to One Nut. At tight end, for Camel Jockeys, we have Antonio Gates. For One Nut, we have Greg Olson. Edge to Greg Olson and One Nut. At kicker, for Camel Jockeys, we have Dan Bailey. For One Nut, we have the one-hit wonder, Blair Walsh, putting up 41 points last week and projecting One Nut into the finals. I don't anticipate Blair Walsh putting up another 41 points this weekend. Edge, Camel Jockeys with Dan Bailey. And at defense, for Camel Jockeys, we have the San Francisco 49ers versus the New England Patriots for One Nut. Edge, I am going to the New England Patriots and One Nut. So for the overall game, who's it going to be? My pick, the Camel Jockeys, winning their 4th title in a very close game, maybe even a 1 or 2 point game. So Camel Jockeys is my pick for the champion of this year's Fantasy Football League. We've had quite a season, like I said. We have a lot of money being dispersed. A lot of teams won high points. Every team, with the exception of Up Yours and Thick and Thin, got a high point bonus of $50. The highest one being One Nut. They're going to receive $200 for high points. We had our division winners go to Philly D and One Nut. Our overall points for the season goes to Gorilla, who surprisingly only had 6 wins this season and squeaked into the playoffs. So Gorilla will receive a bonus of $150. For our overall weekly picks, it was a tie between Bubba Fetta and Gorilla Gorilla. They will each receive a bonus of $50. For our pick threes, it was quite interesting. A lot of money dispersed in this as well. Almost everybody who participated received some money this year. Actually, every single team will receive some money in regards to the pick three. Very exciting. This last week was our biggest pot of $180, which was split between Bubba Fetta and Billy D. So everybody is going to get some Christmas cheer and some Christmas bonus this year. At the conclusion of this season, I always like to take a look at, total wins and who, since the beginning of time has been the perennial best teams. And still, with a total number of 93 wins, Bubba Fetta is our leading team, followed by a surprising thick and thin with 84 wins, and then up yours with 83 wins. Very interesting stats, and I'll send that all to you with a Christmas card. Our end of the year party will be commenced on January 12th, the division finals, or division championships, at, I believe, the Boundary on Division Street in Chicago. I hope you all can join. We've had a wonderful year. We've had ups and downs, but for mostly ups. We have a couple things that we will look at in the new year. One being our playoff tiebreaker, another being our playoff rosters, and another yet unforeseen error in our point system is kick returners getting negative points for fumbles, even when they don't get points for being good, just naughty. Well, that brings an end to this year's Commissioner's Notepad. And what a great year it's been. We have many great things to be thankful. One, for myself, my wife will be delivering a beautiful baby here any day now. I'm very excited and look forward to the future fantasy football guru. Hopefully I pass on my great intuition. I wish you a very Merry Christmas. Shall old acquaintance be forgot? La da 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 da